Here's your WNEM TV5 news update.
Good evening, everyone. I'm David Custer. Here's a look at the stories we are following tonight. A man is in custody accused in the shooting of two people in Bay City. On Wednesday, Bay City public safety officers conducted surveillance at a home on South Jefferson after learning the 34-year-old male suspect was there. Police say he was wanted in connection with the November 2nd shooting on Wilson Street that injured a 22-year-old woman and a 26-year-old man. The man has been released from the hospital and the woman is still being treated. The suspect left the home on Jefferson in a vehicle and officers stopped him in the area of Marquette Avenue in Patterson and arrested him. Across Michigan, internet casino gaming and sports betting operators around the state reported $134 million in gross receipts for last month. That's a 6.3% jump from September. Total sports betting money in Michigan reached more than $463 million last month. That breaks the record of $359 million set in March. A recall alert. The state has issued a massive marijuana recall for a number of products because of inaccurate and unreliable results from product testing. The state says all marijuana products tested by Veritas Laboratories and Veritas North between August 10th and November 16th should be returned. Multiple dispensaries in mid-Michigan, including those in Bay City, Flint, Burton, Lapeer, and more, sold products that are affected. The state has released a 30-page document listing all the impacted dispensaries in the state and what you should do if you have the product. To see that list, head to the story on WNEM.com. And now here's Brian with your forecast.
Thanks very much, David. Our weather, no doubt, just ripped the rug right out from under us, going from Wednesday on into our Thursday. Polar opposite weather, going from warm 50s and 60s and rain to colder 30s, windy conditions, and thanks to the combined factors of those two, lake effect snow showers. Those continue into the early part of our Thursday evening here on the Sky Tracker tonight. They're getting briefly some additional reinforcement by a surface trough of low pressure, essentially a spoke of energy rotating in around behind yesterday's cold front. As all of that slides east of us after about midnight, it'll take pretty much all the lake effect snow shower activity out of the equation as the winds start to back off. And briefly as we head into our Friday, high pressure over Kansas is going to settle close enough to us in the Ohio Valley that it'll give us a sunnier start to the day tomorrow before things ultimately start to cloud back up as we head into the weekend. But the arrival of that high pressure system also a good thing as we head on into tonight, because if you're willing to either maybe set an alarm or at least stay up late, we have a partial lunar eclipse that's going to look pretty spectacular in the skies here tonight. It's just a late event. The partial eclipse will begin around 2:18 in the morning. That's when the moon begins to move into the outer portion of Earth's shadow, or called the penumbra scientifically. What that'll do is the moon will gradually start to darken during and around that time, and then between about 2 a.m. to 4:02 a.m. when we reach maximum eclipse, the moon at that point is going to be 97.4% covered by Earth's inner shadow. So what you'll ultimately wind up seeing is a mostly deep red-orange moon with a little blink of light kind of on the perimeter of the moon's edge there around that time. And then from there, the moon will begin to reemerge from Earth's shadow. And of course, the eclipse will end as we start to head into tomorrow morning. Now, will the weather cooperate? For a good majority of us, I think the answer to that question is yes. We look at the hour-by-hour forecast going from the 8 o'clock to 11 p.m. time frame. Already by then, we get some hints of clearing in some of our inland locations as the winds start to die off and the lake effect activity starts to fizzle out. There may still be a few leftover flakes here and there, but substantially less than what we saw during the day. Heading into the 2 o'clock hour, around the time that the partial phase of the lunar eclipse is beginning, you see a lot of areas. Tri-Cities, really I-75 and US 10 on southwest, you have very good odds that your skies are going to clear. Where we're likely to remain a bit cloudier, I think, is areas of the northern thumb as well as closer to M55, just because the winds will still be coming in out of the northwest strongly enough that they'll at least put some passing clouds into those skies from time to time. 4 a.m. as we're reaching maximum eclipse, pretty much the same story. Good majority of us from Saginaw Bay, west and south, seeing clearing skies. Better odds for clouds in the northern thumb, and again, north along M55, maybe even with a few stray flakes into tomorrow morning around Houghton Lake. We'll keep that going into the morning commute then on Friday, and then throughout the day, we'll just go from sunnier skies in the morning to increasingly cloudy skies on Friday afternoon and evening. So for tonight, snow showers early, then decreasing clouds, and of course the partial lunar eclipse getting underway overnight. 29 degrees though, so if you do step outside, make sure you bundle up too, because that 29 will be accompanied by a west wind 10 to 15 miles per hour. Clouds increase for tomorrow, but we stay dry. Winds lighter too, with a high of 41, up to 42 on Saturday under cloudy skies. Then into the weekend, we see a rain event begin on Sunday afternoon, changing to some snow or at least mixing with it later on in the evening, high of 44. That lingers on as some scattered snow showers on Monday as we kick the temperatures back into the upper 30s, back and forth between some dry conditions and showers Tuesday, Wednesday. And current accounts right now looks like Thanksgiving's going to be dry, mostly cloudy, and a high of 43.
Remember to tune into WNEM TV5 on air and online 24/7 for the latest news, weather, and information.